Got my 9. Back at it, shorty. Back at it. I was thinking, tell y'all my loved ones, boy. Military service. Military service. Let's talk military service real quick, boy. Let me tell y'all how much of a blessing it is. Military service is a blessing, shorty. I'm talking about to the graduate who like, I got a degree. We hear all the time. College not for everybody. People out here, they have their college degree, but they can't get a job. It's been here for the longest time. Air Force, number one choice. Then I say Army, then Navy, Marines. Air Force and Army at the top for me. In all is military service. But it's tons of jobs out there. If you have a degree in English, a degree in sociology, counseling, communications. You know, usually you get a degree and you can't get a job. That's because you picked a degree that you wanted to duck away from doing math. That's all that is. You want to duck away from doing math. So, you know, you took something to be like, yeah, I'm in college, whatever. But nonetheless, you go to the military, Air Force, Army, and the jobs that's out here is in there. You could do 4 years and get that 4 year of experience that they keep turning you down about. You see what I'm saying? Why did I go? I went because I did good in high school, but I didn't totally plan to go to college correctly. I didn't fill out the FAFSA or anything like that. My mother and father took care of me my whole life. It was very beautiful, cushy, nice life. Nice life. I ain't gonna lie about it. Oh, I came out the mud and all the kind of bullcrap that people be saying. But when I went to sign up for 3 classes at Baltimore County Community College, I looked at the receipt. It said $1,000. I was like, it was just like this verbatim. I said to myself, like, oh my gosh. I was looking at the paper. It said $1,000. I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta go to the Army to get college money. I went first to the Marines. I'm glad I didn't go. I just went into the recruiter's office and he the first one that talked to me. The Marine recruiter talked to me. And then I switched off to go to the Army. Went to the Army. I wanted a computer job. All I wanted to do was get college money. I'm not a college graduate. Like I said, if you're a college graduate, you in a little lull. You can't get a job. They keep turning you down. You do that 4 years, shorty. You come out, 3 great benefits that I've had. Actually, 4 great benefits I've had after my service in the Army, right? Number 1, you got college money. You got college benefit. When you're there, you get a discount. When you come out, you get the college money. You see what I'm saying? I had $50,000 for college money, and I squandered it. I didn't use it all. I probably took like 4 classes. Next thing you know, I started my job where I'm at now, and the money was good enough where I was like, you know, I didn't feel like struggling too much to finish my college education, which I could have. So you got your college money. Number 2, you get a VA home loan when you come out. Nowadays, they don't have a cap. You could go check it out, the VA home loan. It's like, if you don't have a down payment, you can still get a loan. You're a veteran. You can see a $150,000 house, $175,000 house. It says no cap on it. So I don't know exactly how high, but you know, you get a home loan as a veteran. Number 3, the third reason, of course, your experience. You get experience, you come in here, get a job, they'll be like, oh, you're a veteran? We're going to give you preference. You know, a lot of times when you go for a job, you know, you're a shoe-in for law enforcement. Security jobs, you easy for that. You know what I'm talking about? Another benefit VA disability compensation, shorty. Disability compensation, boy. When I first came out, see, I was a winner and I didn't even know it. For years, I did not know it. At 10%, when I first got out, when you jumping out of planes, you get $100 a month, your jump status, right, in the Army. When I left out, that continued, right? That continued. Well, let me tell y'all something. That 10% was giving me $100. Once you leave out, you can apply to have it upgraded. Yearly, you could apply, hey, can you up my disability? The pain is getting worse. I hurt my feet, I hurt my back when I was jumping, or whatever, I hurt my knee, or I hurt my elbow, and they said, okay, we're going to give you 10% disability. You get up to 100%. Let me tell y'all something. You get 100% disability, that's like $3,500, $3,800 a month. It's amazing. It's amazing. 10% disability, they bump you up to 30, they bump you up to 40% disability. And this has nothing to do with your job. This money is tax-free for your service-connected injury. And then some of them, you just check out online on YouTube, look it up, and y'all go down that rabbit hole and see what to do. 4 years for a lifetime. And 4 years go past real fast. Trust me. Trust me, shorty. 4 years go past real fast. You go to the military for 4 years, get all that experience, get all that college money. You get that VA home loan that you have for life. Then you get your monthly payment if you get an injury. You're going to get an injury. You're going to get an injury. If you get in a fight, go get it documented. When you leave in service, be like, I was in a fight. Now I have, oh shoot, boy, that transmission, boy. You gotta pop that clutch right. I got in a fight. Now, you know, you stressed out, you having panic attacks, whatever, from the fights you was in. That's PTSD, shorty. Hearing loss. I don't hear right. Shooting out them guns. Grenades going off. I'm telling y'all, military service. Y'all want to be out here messing up y'all piss test, smoking all the marijuana for nothing? Okay, after a while, stop. After a while, stop. You getting up in age, shorty. You at 26, 27. You got to start, bro, because before you know it, when you're 26, 4 years going to go past, then you're going to be 30. And then 4 years going to go past again, then you're going to be 34. You're like, God dang, I could have finished college 3 times by now. Do something, complete something. You go in there, you get a little injury, you come out, that money is tax-free every month for a lifetime. For a lifetime. Good money, man. Good money. And then you get your job. You get your job when you come out here. You can study HVAC, shorty. You can study welding, electrician. Come out here, IT, in there. Then when you come out here, you get a job and you start rolling. And then you're getting your disability money too. Man, my son, I sort of gave him my my war stories and nightmares from being in the military, because I picked it was like the first job they gave me, shorty. I took it, and they try to fill the combat arms jobs first. Ranger, killing people, all this stuff, being outside. Oh, you want to jump out of airplanes? You get an extra $100 a month. I'm like, oh shoot, yeah, I want that. All I knew was $100 a month. Next thing you know, I had 4 years of hell. To me, it was hell from the very first day. The very first day we was on the drill pad. And it wasn't that they was, because I was black or nothing, but I was talking to there was 2 white guys, and we were asking everybody, what's your MOS? What's your job? They was like, computers. And I was like, oh, computers? I said, y'all got prior college? That's what the recruiter told me. He said, you need prior college education in order to go into this field. in the Army. They was like, no, we ain't go to college for no computers. I'm like, what? From the very first day, I hated my military service. So when I was talking to my son about it my whole life, I had a negative aspect of it. But now, oh shoot. No, it's the best thing in the world, bro. I'm getting that money, shorty. I thank the Father. I thank the Father for protecting me and keeping me, bro. That my injury is not bad enough where, my life is totally effed up. I'm in pain and, some people actually can't breathe, on ventilators and whatnot and all this kind of stuff, It's different degrees of injury. Thank Lord I can still have a nice, cushionable, comfortable life, But I told my son this, and I'm like, in a way I regret it. He just graduated from college, so which is good. But I'm still like, man, if he went to the military, I wouldn't have to pay for college. When children go to the military, the parents don't have to pay for college, shorty. And then I know with how it is now, boy, I know he'd go. If he would have went, I would have made sure he'd been getting his payment for life on the first. Veterans get a check, shorty, despite what their job is. They could be getting a policeman getting police money. They could be a lawyer getting lawyer money. They could be a freaking HVAC person. They could be a business owner. If they're a veteran and they got that veterans compensation thing, they got hurt, you just go VA.gov, and you put in what you was hurt for. Next thing you know, they set you up with an appointment, seen by the doctor. Next thing you know, boom, yeah, you're right, you are hurt. Oh my gosh. Here's $800 a month. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine getting $1,000 a month, tax-free, despite your paychecks? My paychecks run twice a month. And then for 2 months out of the year, I get 3 paychecks at my job. That has nothing to do with my monthly payment from the Army. Air Force, number 1. It's very less likely you'll see the actual battlefield. Army is my second choice. And the Air Force, just beautiful. When I was in the Army and we went around the Air Force people, it was like night and day where they was living at. They had it was probably like 7 of them in this building, and they had their own cook. They had their own cook, shorty. They had their own cook. I couldn't believe it. It was close to me leaving the Army. I was like, this is crazy. But Air Force first, then Army. Then after that, I say, then it's Navy or Marines. But both Marines, they like try to hype you up. Oh, you the worst, you the best, you an animal. I don't want to hear that bull crap. You know what I'm saying? And then the Marines, what they do, they could go onto the ship with the Navy. The Navy, that's how I put Navy and Marines on the bottom. The Navy go out to sea for a long time. You do sea service. All the armed forces, you're going to do service overseas. So they all usually really in one bag. I'll start from the beginning. When you tell your significant other, hey, babe, I love you, babe. That was a beautiful prom. I'm going away to the military. I'm telling you, stop thinking that you're special. You're not special. Other people have lived lives just like you and go through what you go through. So when I say this stuff, people are like, oh, that ain't really real. Think about it. A lot of your friends will probably go through it too. Soon as you leave to go to the military, shorty, soon as she know you leaving, not you left out her house, oh, you may come back and bring me a teddy bear. Oh, he's on that plane going to Fort Sill, Oklahoma. He going to Fort Benning, Georgia for basic training. Guess what? Guess who's coming over her house, shorty? And you're now starting to, you out there, you got your little freedom. You're not in school no more. So even when people in school, they have freedom to have sex and cheat on you. And in armed services, you're leaving. You're leaving home, shorty. You talk about you go to the movies, you don't know who she in the movies with. Why didn't she go to the movies with you or he? You're going to get cheated on. Most likely. The cheating rate is real high. I got a Dear John letter. Yep. Yeah, man. I got 2 of them. I got 2 Dead John letters, shorty. 2. And I was in the Army. I wasn't even on a Navy ship. You know? You're going to do overseas service for probably a year. Let's say you go to Germany for a year. Very beautiful, right? Get to see the world. But guess what? That significant other probably going to cheat on you. There's other ladies in there. I didn't cheat during my military service. I did not. Actually, as soon as I joined, I was like, yes, this is my life. I want to bring my girlfriend with me who I love. I went and got married, shorty. Went and got married. Happy as I don't know what, too. And I didn't cheat. I didn't cheat. Other people cheated. You know? I understand. And I was like, dang. But nonetheless, all those armed services, you're going to go away. You're leaving home. As soon as you leave, your girlfriend, she could be writing you. But she walk around the mall. Life is normal for her. You know? Life is normal. Guys hollering at her. You ain't around. You're not around for 3 weeks. 3 weeks? Imagine being here for 3 weeks and not hugging and kissing her. You want to hug and kiss somebody. Number 2, you don't want her to look on your cell phone because she's going to see somebody else in there. What is she doing when you go? You're not special. I live that same life. Other people live that same life. When you get people giving you advising you of stuff, it's okay to consider it that it's real. You know? Also, look at the calendar. Look in the calendar and be like, dang, 2 months from now, I'm still going to be in the military. So it's real important to pick the job that you want when you do go. It's worth going. 4 years going to go past. It goes by slowly, but it goes past. You're like, dang, 4 years finished. Now it's time for me to leave the military if you want to leave. I say definitely leave and get a job with good money, and you have to worry about deployments and all this kind of stuff, you know? Deployments away from your home. My job, I remember they would have formation at the end of the day. And at the end, it's just like a job. You get to go home, right? Everybody going home, going to the mall, going to take showers, to go out at night, going with their families. We a lot of times had to go back down to the motor pool, you know, or go out to the field. A lot of times, every month, I was in the field for at least 1 week with my job. Sometimes you go there for 3 days. For 3 days, you're away from home, even in the Army, if you get the wrong job. You know, so talk to people, look up your job on the YouTube or wherever you want to do. Google it, Yahoo it. I'm trying to be fair. Name all the search engines. Bing, you could Bing it. You know, check out your job. And if somebody give you advice about a job, somebody gave me advice. My cousin Rick gave me the best advice, and cousin Ray. He was like, hey, don't take that job. You could get a computer job. My cousin Rick was in computers in the Army. But here I go trusting the freaking recruiter. I was like, well, the recruiter he ain't gonna lie to me. And I know my cousin not lying to me, but maybe it's just a miscommunication or information has just changed. Maybe real quick. Boy, my cousin Rick was like, you took what job? And it was telling me don't. Ray was telling me, don't go on that plane. If you don't go on the plane, you just redo your MEPS. Stay here another 6 months. You really want to go. I want to start this life. I want to start getting paid my money and get my life on track or whatever you want to do. Go to college. But delay it for 6 more months. They're like, oh, you have to take tests again. Take the test again. Whatever they tell you. If you don't see the jobs you want, I want something to do with electrician. I want something to do with HVAC, plumbing. It's there. It's there. Do your research. Whatever job you want, say, what was my score? Redo the test again if you don't score high enough. I never retook the test. I took that one test, and that job they gave me, I was like, yeah, I want a job dealing with computers. I told him that. He said, oh yeah, I got the job for you. You got a computer. It was hell. It was hell. It was hell. 13 Fox. Check it out, Jody. Check it out. That was my job, right? But nonetheless, even after all that, it still works out, because after that 4 years, I had my college money, VA home loan. I had experience. I could do law enforcement real easy, right? Then compensation, boy. monetary compensation on the 1st of the month since I got out. Since I left. The good money, shorty. Military service is a beautiful thing. We gotta start telling our young people this instead of being out here getting in trouble, having pregnancies, all this kind of stuff. For the ladies who are about to go into the military, very dangerous for y'all. Don't get pregnant before you go in. Or if you do go in, stay in. Stay in, have that baby. When you get out, you got pain, shorty. You got little mental problems, postpartum depression, all that kind of stuff. Guess what, shorty? You get that money when you're leaving. Because they're going to be like, they're going to give you a physical test when you're leaving. You're not the same way you were when you came in. Now you're leaving. We have to compensate you. Hope a lot of people see this video, shorty. Subscribe, shorty. Push the like so it'll spread. Military service is a beautiful thing, boy. Got my 9, shorty. See y'all out there. I'm always out here, shorty.